This don't sit up high enough for my liking. I don't know. How's it going? What up? It's your girl 𝒉𝒐𝒌, aka Melanated Dope. Come on, you know. Mm-hmm. Pull up on your girl. Okay, hey y'all, hey. Happy Moon Day. Happy autumn equinox. Okay. Happy Libra season. Pew pew pew. Quick shout out to my two best friends. Okay, Angel and Marquita. Okay, they are both Libras. One is a September Libra and the other is October Libra, and they're so much alike, but very different. But either way it goes, like it's y'all season, bitches. Let's go. Turn up, turn up. I'm so excited that it's their season. Like I love Libra season, and that's probably because I am a Libra moon. Okay, what's happening? Cal 3 Cool. What up, Cal? How are you, darling? Um, so today's live is brought to you by Melanated RX LLC. Okay, that's me. All right, so the books are open, you guys. If you would like your own personal one-on-one reading with your girl to connect with the divine, your ancestors and spirit guides, yeah, get at me. DM inbox. I don't have a website yet. It's coming one day. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Once I expand all of my products and offerings, I'm really going to get a website because it would make so much more sense. But anyway, uh, we are talking about the book of Juju, okay, by Juju 𝒖𝒋𝒖. You guys see it? The book of Juju by Juju 𝒖𝒋𝒖. It is a Africana spirituality for healing, liberation, and self-discovery. Is the subtitle. Okay, that's what this book is all about. This book is all about you finding yourself. Okay, you becoming the best version of yourself. I did not put my phone on do not disturb. Hold on, y'all. Ariel, she passed. Go get my baby. Well, she's gonna call you in a minute, but yes, my baby passed her test, which I knew she would. And oh my God, it just turned 10 o'clock. Like it's just 10:11. Well, call her and see. But anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. My baby, she went to took her test. She said, "Ma, I already know I'm passed," and she did. I'm so proud of her. Okay, all right. So let's get into it. I got. I did. I did put the phone on focus. My bad. All right, the phone is on focus or do not disturb. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get into this good book. This book, this woman, this goddess, this priestess, this TV star, bad bitch witch, hoodoo. I mean, she's aware of many hats. Okay. Speaking of hats, one of the things I loved about Juju was she had the cutest merchandise, but that's not what drew me to her. But anyway, um, she had this hat that said "Make Hoodoo Black Again," and I really hope she drops those again. I need those. I need those hats to come back out. But anyway, so if you've been living under a rock and you haven't been following me for long, this woman right here helped catapult my spiritual journey. Okay, she's the one who brought me to an understanding of self. She brought me to finding online community with people like 𝒉𝒖𝒋𝒖, who formerly known as Pastor Bay, but it's just she's just the goddess. Okay, 𝒉𝒖𝒋𝒖. She brought me back to the church. She taught me that there was no room for shame in my life. That the things that the church told me were evil, were bad, you know what I'm saying, was going to send me to hell, really were gifts from God. You know what I'm saying? And that included my sensuality, my divine femme goddess bad bitchness. Okay. Okay, so because the trick of the devil is to have you outside of your body, you know what I'm saying? But everything you feel in the body, from joy, love, pain, horniness, uh, you liking girls, you liking guys, you liking non-binary people, like you just not you living. I call it living my life on a spectrum. My son has taught me a lot of things. Okay, and if he ain't taught me nothing else, he has taught me to just be my authentic self because he gonna be himself. Okay? And I think that we should all live like that. Just be yourself. There's so many other people in the world, you know what I'm saying, faking it and perpetrating a fraud, what we used to call it back in the day. perpetrating a fraud. So many people doing that. However, when you find genuine, um, your genuine self, be that fully and wholly. Okay. So anyway, we're gonna settle down. We're gonna get grounded. I said I was gonna start ritualizing these lives more, and because I set the tone for myself. You know what I'm saying? Before I I go live, but ooh, y'all seen that? It went out right. I think I be striking these matches way too fucking hard. Okay, it went up. I don't smell nothing burning, but yeah, start ritualizing my lives. Help y'all niggas get grounded, cause y'all niggas don't be grounded. Y'all don't be going outside. Y'all don't be connecting with nature. Y'all don't be talking to the ancestors. Y'all don't be talking to the birds, the bees, the trees. Y'all don't be hugging no trees. And y'all need to do that. Okay? Y'all need to do that. Y'all need to get connected to the land and disconnect from these internets. Okay? It's good to know what's going on, but it is not good to get consumed with what's going on. Okay? You could be an activist and not actively cut up in the fuck shit. Okay? I'm just saying. All right, you guys. We're going to get into it. Okay, we're going to take a couple of deep inhales. Deep inhales through the nose. Loud, audible exhales through the mouth from the diaphragm. Okay? Push it all the way out. Empty your lungs. A respiratory therapist taught me many moons ago that if you push all of the air out, that helps, especially if you're a smoker. Okay? So do it. Ready? Deep inhale through the nose. Hold it at the top. Loud, audible exhale. I felt it down here. Okay? That stretched me. I felt good. All right. Another deep inhale. Loud, audible exhale. You can shake it. One last time. Deep inhale. Loud, audible exhale. Okay. All right. So now that we have gotten grounded, because also breath work is grounding. Okay. These are just simple ways to get grounded. Eat some rooted vegetables. Eat your root vegetables. Beets, carrots, potatoes, but sweet potatoes. Okay. Because if it's white, it ain't right. White is not good for the body. It creates the sugars and starches that creates the mucus that causes the diseases. Okay. I'm just saying. Okay. Yep. Yep, I'm about to become one of them niggas. Okay, stay tuned. So yeah, but get grounded with what you eat. Get grounded in your breaths. Go hug a tree. Go walk barefoot outside. Okay, for at least 30 minutes. All right. Chapter 11. Let's build ancestor altars. This book, honey. This book has been blessing me. Okay. It has been blessing my work. It is getting me back grounded because I had kind of fell off, and not kind of. I did have fell off, Lord. I did have fell off, and now I'm back on because I'm like, oh well, this is just giving me step by step things to do. Okay, and I'm following them to the T. So get into it. Let's build ancestor altars. I like to think of altars as homes for our ancestors within our physical space. Altars across traditions may look very different, but they are all there to invite your ancestors into your environment. There you can intentionally talk, connect, and venerate them. I think altars can serve as a great first step in letting your ancestors know that you value them and seek to build a relationship. It is a space where offerings may be laid and one engages in rituals, prayer, or meditation to venerate and or honor the sacred. The sacred can range from departed ancestors to saints, deities, or even sacred natural elements. Altars can be found across history and throughout various cultures that use them to acknowledge relics as well as call on spirits that can carry significant sacred meanings throughout families or communities. Ancestor altars are shrines dedicated to ancestors. Think of, to all my Southern Baptist Christian people, think of do this in remembrance of me. I know y'all all got that communion table at church. At my church, it says do this in remembrance of me. Okay, it is where y'all go and sacrifice Jesus every first Sunday. Okay, you drink his blood and you eat his body. They've been ritualizing us our whole lives. Okay, they've been teaching us how to do this. They just been telling us the wrong ancestors. Now, we're gonna talk about the power in the name of Jesus, but that's for another live. you you may have seen altars in churches or during Dia de los Muertos or Day of the Dead, which is a significant holiday in traditional Mexican culture honoring those who have passed. Some ancestor altars are at the bases of trees. Some altars are in living rooms or bedrooms. Some altars are outside the home on porches or street corners, while some reside under floorboards. Altars can be in shoeboxes, closets, and even in museums. Wherever someone is intentionally putting together a space that honors the deceased through sacred means, there lies the ancestor altar or shrine. Okay, y'all, sorry. I will share some common ways that I've seen altars built or general altar construction. Some examples have been pulled from Hoodoo traditions or spiritualist communities. No way is right or wrong. There are plenty of opinions on the correct and incorrect ways to build an altar that all depend on your lineage, culture, location, time frame, accessibility, and what you feel called to. Ultimately, you have to do what you feel is best for your people and seek guidance when necessary. People have a lot of opinions about what is proper, but they may be a part of a tradition that does not align with yours. This is why I'll share very general rules of thumb that you will need to play around with in order to do what is right for you and your people. And last, as Louisa Teach says in her beloved book, 𝑗ambalaya, this book right here that you see is well read and torn up. This is the first spiritual book I bought, okay? And as Louisa T. says in this book, 𝑗ambalaya, before sharing her insights on building an ancestor shrine in your space, I am assuming that your house is cleaned. Clean your house. Now, it ain't got to be perfect, spick and span, but get them cobwebs out, sweep a little bit, sweep a lot of bit if you need to. You know what I'm saying? But also spiritually clean. She ain't just talking about a physical clean. She's also talking about spiritual clean. You know what I'm saying? Put some wards up on the door. Do your floor washes. I gotta do these things because we need a shift in the atmosphere. Okay? So y'all go do it too. Okay? At 10:23. That's 1, 2, 3, and my grandma's birthday. Hey, grandma. Whenever I see my grandma's birthday, my mom's birthday, or anybody I know, I'll be like, hey, what up? Or I know that they're finna call. And because my grandmother is on the other side, okay, I know that that's her calling, saying, hey, what you doing? What you got going on? You right, girl. Anyway, indoor altars. Many of you may be reading this book from the comfort of your home, or you have a comfortable home to go to. Outside work or your daily activities, your house or apartment is where you'll find yourself. If that is the case, you most likely will want to build an altar in the home to invite your ancestors into your cleaned space. Some folks' ancestor altars are in kitchens or on corners of kitchen tables. Some people have altars in the living room, as it is a central point in the house, while others, like myself, have had altars in my bedroom, on a mantle, or even in the closet. Your altar can be on a table or on the floor. If you decide on a table, I usually recommend a table that is made from something of the earth, like wood or metal. But if you don't have that, don't worry about it, okay? The key to this is use what you got. Who taught us that sometimes you got to use what you got to get what you want? Apply that in all aspects of your life, Players Club, okay? Apply that to all aspects of your life. Typically, if you have an altar for your blood ancestors, you would not share it with someone like a friend or partner because you do not necessarily share ancestors. If you share an altar space with non-family, find a way to delineate the altars so that everyone's ancestors have their own space. They love having their own space and may not get along with other people's family, just like living people, okay? Sharing spaces like these could create a confusing energy around your altar. Traditionally, though, I gotta figure out why this rocks. I mean, I know why it rocks because I ain't screwed things in evenly, but still. But anyway, traditionally though, there can be there can be family altars or shrines, especially if people are married or share children, because there has been a ritualized merging of families in some way. Some important items to include on an altar are a glass of water. I was going to say, where's mine? I took mine apart. But at the end of this, after reading chapter 11, I'll show y'all. Okay? So, a glass of water, a white glass encased candle, incense, a white tablecloth or small cloth, and some photos of the deceased. Many ancestors liked photos at first, but came to my ancestors liked photos at first, but came to no longer like them. So that is up to you. I found that the most important piece of an altar is water and fire, your glass of liquid and candle. Okay? Especially if you're a beginner. I'd encourage you to set down your white tablecloth or fabric before you put your candle and other things on it. I like for the glasses on my altar to be crystal or otherwise transparent because one, I think it looks very nice, and two, you can see the water's clarity much better. There are a few reasons why that's important for an altar. First, water is a portal to the other side. When a baby is born, it bursts through a sack of water in order to open the path from the spiritual to the physical. This portal can hold thoughts, feelings, and ancestral memories. When we include water on our altars, we are inviting our ancestors to communicate through that portal because water can hold their messages. Another reason why we love altar water is that it serves as a cooling agent. We don't want any hot or aggravated spirits entering the space, so we intentionally use cool water to bring coolness and peace to the shrine space. Okay, I hear cooling water, cooling water, cooling water from grandma's well. Yes, that's shut up. Alignment. Okay, it eats you up sometimes. But no, for real. I've been needing to get back to the water, so I will be. I remember a few months ago, I made a post over on Facebook asking my community, which is like my hometown people. I don't have very many out of towners. Facebook is hometown, right? And I asked them niggas if they wanted to gather by the water, and them niggas said yes. I had like 20 something yeses. I don't gather during the heat. You know what I'm saying? And also we all got kids, so I will be making that available very soon for all of us to gather. But first of all, let me get my things back together. I've been getting my house in order, y'all. Thank y'all for y'all patience. I love y'all. So it says cool water can also be poured or flicked on the ground as a form of libation to greet our ancestors before we start speaking with them. And when she says flick, she means like when you stick your whole hand and you take your whole hand and you're doing this. Okay? Okay. That's the flicking. I personally believe that water is one of the non-negotiable items for an indoor ancestor altar. You hear that, babes? It's non-negotiable. Fire is the second necessary element for me during altar construction. For me too, because I am a Leo. Okay, I love candles. I love. You see, that's what I don't have a candle lit, but I got my incense, which is two elements, fire and air. See where I'm going? And I've been drinking water because I am the first altar. But don't let me get ahead of myself. Don't let that confuse you. We can get back into the book. Fire is the second necessary element for me during altar construction. I like to use a white candle because white is a calming energy and represents the white light that many of our ancestors entered when they departed this plane. In some cultures, such as the Dagara tribe, fire is the element of the ancestors. Fire is a conduit of ancestral energy that gives us passion, vitality, and will to live. Okay? It feels like a fire shot up in my bones. Okay. Now y'all understand why music is a very important element in controlling the masses. Because these songs be whole rituals. They be telling y'all, it be in the music. In my experience, spirits are generally attracted to fire and perceive it as an invitation to come forth. Okay, that's come on. In the room. White candles are neutral, and the ones specifically covered in glass or other material have added protection. You may also use a smaller candle like a tea light or chime candle if you so desire. I'm gonna show y'all what I use. I have tea lights, but I also have emergency candle lights because I'm a Dollar Tree, dollar store witch, Dollar General, Family Dollar. If it costs $125 and I can use it on my spirit, if it costs $125, now I looked up and caught these red candles and I cleared them out. I caught these at Publix for $125. I cleared them out because they are the exact same candles that are at the Dollar Tree. And Publix wanted to sell them for like, I don't know what they were selling for, but I caught them for $125. Okay? Okay? It should go without saying to practice fire safety. Yes, it should. Okay? It should go without saying, but sometimes you got to say it. Have some sense, y'all. Another item you may include is incense. I love dragon's blood, nag champa, or a good frankincense and myrrh combo. I have some myrrh, but it's been acting up on me. It ain't been wanting to burn. But no sweat my pet. I will be having me some charcoal and breaking that right on up on that. You can't fight the charcoal. Okay? Well, they can, but I don't know why that myrrh ain't working. Anyway, people will often say that you should have some representation of the four elements on your altars: water, fire, air, and earth. If that is the case for you, incense is a good representative of the air element. I found that a lot of ancestors love smell goods. Yes, they do. Right now, I'm burning vanilla. Okay? So incense serves as an attractant to spirits while holding significant spiritual meaning. For example, dragon's blood is a great incense to use for cleansing a space and removing bad spirits. Burning this incense on your altar periodically is a good cleansing practice. It also amplifies, it adds extra zhuzh to your workings. Okay, catch that. The white cloth on your altar will provide a base similar to a tablecloth. Aesthetically, it makes your altar space look pristine and nice. But again, white is also attracting your honorable ancestors to get and gives you a good neutral base for communicating with them. I don't believe that they are absolutely necessary, but I do recommend white cloths, especially to those just beginning the ancestor altar practice. You're fine. Do your thing. We be living real life around here. Y'all, give me a second. Ooh, get him. Because it really needs contrast. Let's spray that letter. Okay. Y'all see me? I've been grinding cascarilla. What up, messy hair don't care? I've been grinding cascarilla for a week, y'all, because I'm doing it by hand and it takes that long. And I don't have an electric grinder. But if somebody wants to purchase me an electric grinder, I'll give you a free 30-minute reading. But it's just not in my budget right now, and I don't mind doing a little work. Plus, when you grind it yourself, it adds the extra ashe. You know what I'm saying? You're putting your energy, your work into it. Okay? Yeah, get into it. All right. Anyway, moving right along. Meaningful elements from the earth, like rocks, plants, flowers, or shells, are other elements. Oh, shells. Okay. Shout out to my bestie, Angel. Okay. That you may place on your altar. Ancestors in particular do enjoy flowers, as they are gorgeous representations of life as well as the beauty of nature. Flowers or a nice plant can serve as a good offering. In fact, a plant seated on its own could be a form of an ancestor altar, especially if your mother, like my mother, had a green thumb and my grandmother. So I can only imagine that all the mothers before me had green thumbs because it definitely passed down. However, it has skipped me just a little bit, but it was because I was not remembering who the fuck I was or am, who the fuck I am. Okay, now that I know who I am, okay, I'm growing my things. With the exception of this rosemary plant. I don't know. I just keep giving up on rosemary. For my girl, it's basil. You said it was basil, right? Yeah. For her, it's basil. She cannot grow basil. However, y'all, look. One day I'm going to go live and show y'all our garden. My baby Maddie be working it, but I be eating it. I was just say I be eating it, and I know you was just gonna say that's what she said, so I'm gonna beat you to it. So, yep. So she be growing things, and I be partaking in what she's growing, and I need y'all to see it because it's an awesome ass hydroponic system called Garden. Okay, Gardyn. Okay, and it's really affordable. It will in my eyes, and I do believe they have payment plans, right? Anyway, yeah, I'll show that to y'all when. But anyway, but her ancestor altar is also in there. You know what I'm saying? Because the ancestors they love living things, and that's a whole ecosystem in there. Anyway, okay. So this is a good method for those who may find it difficult to build a full altar because of where they may be living. Okay, and y'all know, I'll talk about that later. Regarding crystals, I have personally found that they can sometimes energetically confuse ancestral spirits, especially when you put every crystal you own on your altar. Okay, don't put every crystal you own on the altar. Be sure that the crystals are intentionally placed and have meaning for you and your ancestors. I like to put petrified wood because that is the stone of the ancestors. Okay, the trees and stuff have been around here the longest, and if you can find you a piece of petrified wood, that connects you. Connects you. It connects you to your dead folks. Y'all, my left ear is ringing off the hook. What is that? I'm like, dang, Spirit, I'm reading, y'all. What's up? What y'all need me to do? I need to stop what I'm doing. But yeah, petrified wood. It's really pretty polished and it's really pretty raw. Either way, go get you some. Okay? And where we at? If not, you just like crystals. You may want to keep them elsewhere or only near your altar. Remember that this is an altar for your ancestors. Okay? Yes. If space is difficult for you where you live, know that you can place your altar wherever you have room in your home. Some elders will say that altars are not to be in the bedroom because your ancestors should not see you getting intimate. However, if that's the only place that is suitable, there are ways to get around this. Placing a sheet or cloth over your ancestor altar before intimacy is a sign of respect. At the end of the day, our ancestors know very well that sex is because that's sex is. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, our ancestors know very well what sex is because that's how you got here. But there are ways that we can invite them into our space and show respect. You may also buy a partition that blocks off your ancestral space from the rest of your room or designated area. Okay, y'all. I know I'm about to get it on because my ancestor altar is in the bedroom, but it's over in the corner. I extinguish. I put it. I snuff it out. I pour the water out into a plant. I put the incense out. I put everything out. Night night Nicks. You gotta be real. Listen, and one thing that this spiritual journey that Juju Bay has taught me is taught me how to combine the mundane, practical things with your spiritual things, your magics and stuff. Okay, and sometimes common sense is cut it all off. Okay, yes, okay, but also place a sheet over it but also because you're not gonna want to place a sheet over a lit incense or fire, so common sense. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't got that white sheet, extinguish it and say, hey, all right, y'all, I'll holler at y'all later. Night night. If you got pictures, turn them around. But also don't have your altar facing your bed if you can help that. Okay? Anyway. Shoebox altars. Okay, when I first started, I created discrete altars. I had them. I was selling them at. I wasn't doing them online, but I was doing pop-up shops and stuff like that, vendor events. Okay, and they were really selling well. So I'm gonna bring those back because a lot of people be needing that. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have space, you can't do everything around everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it be like that. Such is life. But there's a way of doing everything. For some, there isn't a way to successfully build an altar in their homes because of company, family members, or lack of space. Do not fret. Shoe boxes, cigar boxes, or other compact spaces are great alternative altar spaces. But you see my cigar box? It's one of many. Y'all see that? Ain't nothing in it because I haven't needed um, but something as simple as this, you know what I'm saying? Because if you are, I mean, pretty much everybody be drinking bottled water. I don't know about anybody that do, but this you can have something as small and discreet as this. That's why I pulled that out. Okay. Yes. So shoeboxes, cigar boxes, or other compact spaces are great alternative altar spaces. They also make great travel shrines. Set up a small altar in or aside a shoebox. You can line the shoebox with a cloth as a base. Place a small glass of water and a miniature candle, like a tea light, inside of it, and burn small pieces of incense in an incense holder. You now have portable altar space. Ooh, babe, I got a really great idea. Remind me, say, babe, what was that idea for the altar space cigar box? Because I don't have anything to write it down with. Oh, that's a lot. Yes, I do. Hold on, y'all. Let me write down this really great idea. Look at me being organized. I love this here. I think I like this little life. This little life. Oh, but I ain't got no pen. Oh, yes, I do. See, I have everything. I ain't got no pen. And there it is. Let me write this idea down, y'all. Okay. Place a small glass of, okay, I read all that. You can place your special and sacred items inside the box and even add pictures. Think of it as your sacred box that you can pray to when you'd like to connect or give offerings to your ancestors. Again, please practice fire safety or place candles on top of foil and away from flammable objects. you should be present when your candles are burning. Okay, never leave a candle burning unless you're gonna leave it. Like I do know some. Like if you have a working that absolutely has to continue burning while and you need to leave, please put it in the fireplace if you have it, and or I like to get the aluminum tin sheets, put a little water, pans, and put a little water in it, and then and sit the workings down in it. Okay, but for the most part, just extinguish it, and do not blow candles out. The only candle you are ever to blow out is the birthday candle because that's that ritual. But other than that, every other candle you snuff it, okay, or get you a snuffer, something, okay. Outdoor altars can be anywhere outside, like on a tree stump, in your garden or backyard, on the porch, or in whatever area is calling you. Outdoor altars tend to be more earthy, meaning what white cloths and crystal glass, meaning that white cloths and crystal glasses are replaced with calabashes or small durable glasses of water. And altars may be on the ground or in dirt. I still recommend some kind of container for the water, but feel free to incorporate more flowers or plant life into into the space. Find a way to demarcate your outdoor demarcate your outdoor altar. Try 4 stones in the four corners of the shrine area. You can always leave food offerings directly on the ground in a calabash or on a biodegradable plate. Okay, and they make those. They absolutely do make plates that will actually feed the earth. If you I may get that. I just seen me placing. Oh yes, yep. Biodegradable plates. Y'all, I'm sorry. I have to write things down. I have to write it down. Biodegradable plates. Um, where we at? You can sit, pray, pour libation, meditate, and commune with your ancestors outdoors. Remember, our ancestors are also a part of the trees, the rivers, and the soil. Outdoor altars allow us to connect with the greater ancestral energies and also give us a reason to be in nature, which is medicine in itself. And it is. Altar offerings, okay? Y'all got y'all little pen and a piece of paper? Take notes, okay? Altar offerings. Cooked food, fruit, and veggies. Culturally specific dishes and snacks are great offerings for spirit. The ancestors love when we cook, but purchased food items can also be acceptable. Like you can go down to one of these mom and pops and get a plate, like Mama J's. Okay, shout out to them. They got some good plates. Yeah, if you in Millersville on that south side, go on over to the Town and Country Shopping Center and get you a plate. Get you two, one for you and one for your ancestors. Okay, okay. Food offerings do not need to be in huge quantities and can even be small portions of what you're eating. You guys, I literally have a small bowl that a regular. It's like it's about the size of this. Mm-hmm. It's about the size of this, and that's what I put a portion. You know what I'm saying, for my people. That came out of nowhere because it been stopped and she's gone. Anyway, food offerings. Okay, yeah. So it says food offerings do not need to be in huge quantities and can even be small portions of what you're eating. The other day, my ancestors wanted a half of a turkey sandwich and some chips, but some days they want Sunday's best. While there are some weeks that go by when they don't want any food. Once you get to know your ancestors, you'll understand what food offerings look like for them. Clairgustance and clairalience, or psychic taste or smells that seem to come out of nowhere, can be signals from your ancestors of what they'd like to eat. Lord, my stomach is growling. Okay. Food can stay on your altar until it looks dried out, but it should not be moldy. Dried out foods show that our ancestors have successfully sucked the life out of the food, which is a great sign. You can dispose of your food offerings outdoors or simply in the trash. Spirits. Spirits love spirits. Alcohol, especially gin, rum, and dark liquors, are common liquor offerings, although other liquors can be acceptable too. In traditional Ifa, spirits tend to take gin, while in practices of the diaspora, especially those that grew within the Caribbean, rum seems to be widely accepted. If you have Black American ancestors, they tend to like whatever they may have consumed while living, which often ranges. Okay, I know that I have certain ancestors that drink moonshine. Okay, yes, I have certain elders that drink moonshine, and when they become ancestors, moonshine will definitely stay on my altar. But you see what I'm saying? Like, you do what is culturally appropriate. When I first started, I was doing rum because I really connect with Caribbean. I've just always felt a calling to that. But I'm Black American first. Like, this is where I grew up. This is the culture that I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? So moonshine is what my niggas be drinking. Still to this day. Oh, we had some good ass moonshine the other day. I think it was peaches. I remember when my stepfather transitioned, my cousin had brought some peach cobbler. So it tasted like peaches, cinnamon, nut. Oh, you could taste it. And it still had some of the stuff at the bottom. I'll be making some soon. I'm about to learn how to make that stuff, okay? Don't tell nobody. If you, like myself, descend from some people who may have abused alcohol due to addiction, and I did, you may want to be sporadic with offering liquor. There are varying viewpoints on this topic, and you should consult your ancestors around their desires for alcohol. It doesn't need to be a regular occurrence if this is a concern of yours. However, I usually give mine what they want. Okay? This your altar. This is your altar to connect to them, yes. But this is yours. And if you are not comfortable because you have trauma around alcoholism, okay, then and you don't want alcohol in your space, those little 99-cent pints, go pour one at a tree and say, hey, this is for my homies. Why you think they be pouring it out for their homies? Okay, you could do the same thing just to give those alcohol offerings. Say, hey, call on those ancestors you know like to drink. Be like, hey, I don't want alcohol in my house. However, we outside, okay? And a lot of y'all like to get up on them shade trees and drink. This one is for you. Okay? See how simple it is? Go do your things. Knives or machetes. Protective weapons are great additions to your shrine as they represent protection, giving your ancestors the proper armor to fight for you in the spiritual realm. It's like making sure that your spiritual hitters have what they need in case they wish to take some more direct action in keeping you safe. Okay, for those of you, okay, and this just came to my mind. For those of you who like to conceal your weapon in home, stick that bitch under your ancestor altar. Huh? Lock, cocked, and ready to rock. Put it up under your, if you have a white cloth under your ancestor altar, out of sight, out of mind, but you know it's there, okay? And your ancestors gonna know it's there because we got some trigger happy ancestors a lot. I mean, shit. If any of y'all grew up in poverty, then you got niggas that died at young ages from gun violence. Okay, help them heal. Okay, by giving them a reason to shoot and tell them that may their aim be deadly to those who seek to diminish your quality of life. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. It's like making sure that your spiritual hitters have what they need in case they wish to take some more direct action in keeping you safe. Our ancestors are loving and kind, But we also have warriors in our lineage who need their tools, their 𝑚𝒉𝒐𝒌, to make sure everything is running smoothly. Items such as these help them to do that. Coffee or tea? Coffee and tea are both nice offerings because there tend to be multiple people within our lineages that enjoy these things. I know I had some tea drinking women. I mean, my mom them not so much, but it's got to be because I love tea. I love tea. I will if the easiest way to heal is by drinking tea, I'm good. If all you gotta do is drink a herb, I'm there. Mm-hmm. Cause I love tea. Okay, I had me a cup of sweet tea, some from McDonald's the other day. Boy, it sent me spinning, but it was so good. Okay, doing things in moderation. That was the first time I had that in years, but it was good. It's a great way to give something fairly simple when we cannot make an entire meal or don't have resources or something more extravagant. Many Hindus like to offer coffee as a way to accelerate prayers to their ancestors. Instant coffee. That's what I give mine. Folgers. Okay? Give your ancestors instant coffee. If you live the kind of lifestyle where you can sit in the morning and you drink your tea and your ancestors drink their and you put coffee on your altar for the ancestors and you just sit there, that turn that into your morning ritual. Okay. Yeah. For example, if I am going to my ancestors because I need to find a new roommate quickly, I may offer coffee while saying a prayer to speed up the request. Okay. Tobacco. Tobacco, whether loose or in cigarettes or cigars, is another common offering made to ancestors. Burning tobacco is a way to call on spirits and can trigger ancestral memories. I find that my Black American and even Native ancestors enjoy tobacco offerings. Tobacco smoke also brings a cleansing and calming element to the space. Tobacco incense or other incense is a great offering as well. There's also tobacco cologne. Okay, for those ancestors who like smells, you can rub it and anoint your spiritual things in it. Those things for the ancestors, you can rub it over candles and stuff. But yeah, remember it's alcohol based. However, you can still do that. Okay, because it'll burn off quickly, but that's still a way to give them the offering. Okay, every altar is different. Your altar is yours to create and build as you deem necessary. There are no two altars that look exactly alike because we all have different ancestors with different desires and needs. Your altar will not be able to address every single request from every single ancestor, but it will serve as a general offering space for your collective spirits. Your altar will most likely change periodically as you deepen your connection to them. Some items will be replaced or even taken off your altar as you learn more about what your spirits like and request. This is a normal altar process that should be embraced. Okay? What should I do at my altar? Now that you understand how to build an altar, you may be wondering what you're supposed to do while there. Fret not, we're about to tell you. There are many things one can do at the altar, but remember that it is a sacred space to honor your ancestors. You can pray, meditate, dance, sing, draw, divine, and whatever other respectful activities you would like your ancestors to take part in. When first approaching my altar, I like to do libations, which is the process of pouring water or liquor for your ancestors. I will take the fresh glass of altar water and name all the ancestors that I can, sprinkling water in front of the altar as a sign of respect after each name. if you don't know the names of all your ancestors, you can add all my honorable ancestors whose name I don't know, but but who know me. Okay? So that's all my honorable ancestors whose name I do not know, but who know me at the end of this list. If this is your first time talking to your ancestors, a prayer such as this can help you begin. To my honorable ancestors whose names I know and don't know, but who love me just the same, I welcome you into my space. My name is, and I am seeking to connect more with you because I know that you have wisdom and guidance to share. Thank you for the blessings that I'm aware of and the ones I'm not. I pray that your spirits are at peace and that you are elevated to your highest degree within the spiritual realm, free of all human shame, guilt, and pain. I know that your spirit is present with me, and I am letting you know that I am open to you. I am open to receiving and sharing love. I am open to the blessings of my lineage, and I am open to the necessary healing. Please commune with me using my spiritual gifts so that I may understand you more clearly. Please open my path and that of my lineage to continued success, prosperity, and sweetness. May we grow closer and stronger as the days continue. Thank you for your continued sacrifice. Ashe. That was beautiful. I say ashe and amen, but you can end it however you decide. Okay? Each time you approach your altar, you will want to formally greet your spirit, stating your intentions and offering them fresh water. In some sessions, you may say a simple prayer of gratitude. You may speak aloud, cry, and meditate in some sessions. And in others, you may simply do libations and say a quick prayer before you start your day. I like to say thanks and put in a request for something that I may be worried about. Hold on, y'all. I have this thing on my mind. Um, okay, I be getting these ideas and I have to write them down, so I don't forget them because I will. Um, you may speak aloud, cry, blah, 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 blah. I like to say thanks and put in a request for something that I may be worried about or need. If I'm asking my ancestors to move mountains for me, I will usually go all out with the offerings and spend a good amount of time chatting with them and receiving their advice. Although I do not hear my ancestors like I hear my keyboard clicking as I type, my gift works through claircognizance, meaning that ideas, thoughts, or words come to my mind in response to a question I ask them. Hmm. Yes. So when you be asking questions and something comes to you, baby, that's them. I'll confirm what I'm hearing through divination. You could use the simple coin divination method to this. See pages 96 and 98. Okay, that's when we took, because I have them, the three pennies. That's when we took the three pennies. We asked clear questions, and then we tossed them, and spirit say yay or nay. I ain't asked y'all nothing. Y'all ain't have to tell me a little soft no. What I do? Look, I got two tails and a head. Like, that's a soft no. But anyway, that's what you do when you read it and you continue until all questions are answered. Okay? I don't know how many lives back that was, but I may be making reels to go along with a lot of this stuff. I may do that. Okay? Sometimes the offering is turning on some good music and dancing in front of your altar to some Frankie Beverly. Peace be upon him. Okay? Gospel or West African drumming. And then what's really funny that she specifically said Frankie Beverly is my mom. That was my mom's group, Frankie Beverly and Maze. My dad also. Okay. And my mom and dad, didn't they weren't together. But my mom and stepfather, my stepfather also. Everybody loved Frankie Beverly Mays. Like, how could you not? Soulful music, and you gotta wear your all white, okay? Just a beautiful, loving, soulful man. But anyway, play that music, okay? Your ancestors were people, so they enjoy many of the things that we do. I have written poetry and even sung to them. Just be sure that you keep a schedule of visiting your spirits. Ritualize it, okay? Make it a habit. Is there a day of the week where you have 10 to 20 minutes to sit at your ancestor altar? Some ancestor sessions have run up to a couple hours for me, while some are around 5 minutes long. As long as you address your ancestors regularly, even just saying good morning and hello as you pass them makes such a big difference. Please remember to keep your altar clean and refreshed. Trust me when I say I understand that life happens, but you don't want your altar to get crusty and dusty because then your life will, okay? Be aware of dust collecting on your shrine. Wash your cloths if you have them, and clean your space periodically. Um, I'm going to get a white cloth, but what I'm also going to get is some plastic from Hobby Lobby to cover said white cloth. Because what I'm not going to do is have my grubby hands, my kids' hands, just, you know what I'm saying? So that'll cut down on some of the cleaning, you know. Nah, I mean, you got to work, okay? Your water should never be cloudy, moldy, or have rings around it. Be aware of dead flies or gnats that may have gotten into your offerings. Throw away moldy foods, as your ancestors should not be eating mold. Take care of the space as you would for any respected elder. Remember that God don't bless a mess, honey. And we know that when I talk about God, I'm talking an all-encompassing spirit that includes my ancestors, that includes my spirit guides. They don't want to hang out in no mess. If you have a lot of BS going on in your life, let's start with mundane things like cleaning up your space, okay, to invite in your spirit. Okay, and I know it's hard for a lot of y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you are in the Millersville area and you have been experiencing depression and you're not able to keep your house tidy, babe, hit me up. I'll come hang out with you and we can clean up together and I will bring the vibes. You understand me? I don't be doing nothing. Okay? I don't mind helping. I'm just putting that out there. We invited our ancestors into space. We should take care of them. In my opinion, if you are not able to maintain your altar without it becoming dusty or moldy, you may want to think about having a smaller, more maintainable altar or building an altar later when you know you can keep it up. Again, you always have the option of an outdoor space such as the base of a tree or a small travel-sized altar. Okay? Small travel size altar. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. Although we can easily feel like maintaining our ancestral space is a chore, it is simply us taking care of them and inviting them to work with us. It can be easy to put a lot of pressure on ourselves when we haven't made them an offering in some time. We forget that we are literally in relationship with spirits that love us. But if any group of spirits understand what it means to be overtaken by life, it's the ancestors. Okay? They were human and had children, jobs, and entire lives that they needed to tend to. Although altars are important for us to maintain properly, they understand that we do not always have the time for big offerings and long prayer sessions. We can speak to our ancestors anywhere, not only at our altars. So say hi to them and give them gratitude throughout your day. That is also a meaningful way to let them know that you care, yet you're tending to life. Okay? When you have time, though, be sure to check in on the altar space so that you may continue to grow in your gifts and relationship. Taking time for yourself and your spirituality is always important, as that assists us in our everyday life duties. I cannot stress enough how often I come into contact with people. Oh, okay, sorry. I cannot stress enough how often I come into contact with people who are, one, afraid to build their altar because they want it absolutely perfect, or two, do not maintain their altars because they feel like they've been slacking and thus their ancestors are mad at them. I am one. When I first started this journey, I definitely was number one. My altar it had to look a certain way, it had to have certain things, blah 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 blah. No, y'all, that ain't how it works. Okay, do what you use what you got to get what you want. Okay? Your altar space is not meant to be perfect. It is meant to bring you and your family healing and spiritual communications. Your ancestors are not mad at you for living your life. Just be honest and clear about your intentions. Follow through on your commitments, and when you cannot, simply say that. Okay? And when you cannot, simply say that. Okay, treat your living people treat your dead people like you treat living people. Okay, your relationship with the dead is a reflection of your relationship with people. What am I saying? As above, so below. So if you ain't got a good communication relationship with your dead folks, I know you can't communicate with the living. These dead niggas, like, hey y'all, what's up? Hey mama, what up, grandma? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't talk to the dead, I know you ain't talking to the living. I'm just saying. Oh, well, also, and some of y'all, but if you hear, honey, if you're here, you have no fear for the woo-woo. If you're here, you have no fear for the queer things that go bump in the night. Okay? And when I'm talking about queer, I mean abnormal, abstract, not of this world. Okay? Because queer does not just mean motherfucking gay. All right? But catch that. I talked about how the etymology of a lot of English and how in like this argument between morning, morning, and morning, mourning. Okay, there's a reason why these words sound the same. They want us to be confused and discombobulated in the way that we use it. All words are spelled. It ain't just about your intentions. It's about how you're saying it. Okay, what you're saying. It ain't just about the intentions. It is about what the words you are using. Okay. When people say good morning to me, I still say good morning. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a habit. But when you know better, you do better. Okay. But that's why these words all sound alike, because they're spells. But anyway, for example, you may think my ancestors are mad at me because I haven't refreshed their water in weeks because of my depression. When in fact, your ancestors only want a moment to love you up and understand your current difficulties. You may be mad or disappointed in yourself, but be careful of projecting that feeling onto them. I'm guilty of this, and working through those kinds of projections is such a big part of my own journey. Do not judge yourself for wherever you find yourself on yours. Consistency with good communication via honesty will take you very far. Do what you can. Okay? Do what you can. You may also feel like your connection to your ancestors isn't strong. Perhaps you don't feel the energizing effect that you anticipated while going to your altar. This is okay. Just because you don't feel like anyone is listening to you does not mean that your ancestors are not listening. They are always listening. If you do feel like there may be a breach in communication, consider questions like, are my ancestors communicating with me in a different way? Or have they communicated with me, but I never listened? Or are they requesting help from me? Or maybe Am I relying too much on the spiritual side of things and not using their insights to do what is necessary? Okay. Have you received the message and you know what the message is, but yet you aren't doing the work? That's what that is saying. Okay. Ask yourself these questions as you decipher your ancestral connection and relationship. Revisit the chapter on gifts and know that for clarity, you can always receive a divination from a trusted practitioner. Hello. Hello, it's your girl, your neighborhood practitioner. Okay. Yes. If you would like to take a dive, all right, into your spiritual journey and connect with the ancestors, let me help you, honey. Okay. So let's get into this spiritual checklist. All right. Honestly, think through your schedule. Okay. Oh, let me show y'all. This is an activity. Juju has a lot of activities in this book, and I love it. All right. So spiritual checklist. Honestly, think through your schedule, capacity, current life happenings, etc., and decide on one or two things that you can do each week for your ancestors. Take a look at this list, which contains some options that may work for you. Then ask yourself if there is a specific time of day or day of the week, about 10 to 20 minutes, when you can sit at your ancestor altar. Put it on your calendar. Okay, speaking of calendars, yes, I've gotten a new planner, you know what I'm saying, and I've really been getting my things in organization. You got to organize your life. You got to ritualize your life. Everything a habit is just a ritual, okay, that becomes a constant. Okay? Okay? Put it on your calendar if you need to, or otherwise commit to performing this action and taking this time regularly. Okay, so here we go. Are you able to refresh their water today? Pour libation, light their ancestor candle, light some incense, say a prayer for yourself, your ancestors, and others. Give them a fresh snack or food offering. Make them coffee. Buy them a treat. Play them a song they like. Pull cards or some other divination method. Sit and meditate. Dance with them. Sing them a song. Then check in with your spirits periodically to see if you need to address any of these necessary steps. Do I need to clean the altar? Add or take off any items? Clean the room where the altar sits? Check in about something happening in my life. Address any familial issues. Move the altar into a different room. These questions will give you a framework for beginning the physical aspects of your practice by working with your altar. And that, my dear, is the end of chapter 11. Let's build ancestor altars. Yay, we get it. We getting it. We get into the okay. I came up with a song. I wrote a song about it, okay? Like to hear it? Here it go. Baby, let's get into this rich text. Make a little love and read rich text. Okay, that's what I came up with. Y'all, don't shoot me. I know I'm corny, but no, seriously. Baby, let's get into this rich text, this sacred text, this text that is saving, liberating, expanding. Okay? I love it. I just love it. I love Juju Bae. I constantly at her, shout her out. And she will be in Atlanta, okay, October the 25th at Yes Please. I try to make sure I put it in my story every day, but sometimes I don't. But y'all, go to Juju Bae page and you know what I'm saying. Get into all the things she's offering because she has a lot. Go buy the book. It's less than $20. You will waste $20 on something else. Go buy the book and do the things. You know what I'm saying. Like I said, I got some ideas and some things I'm gonna do. So yeah. Um, Real quick before we go though, okay, let's get into how to. I'm gonna show y'all some simple, easy things that will possibly fit into this cute little ancestor altar box. Okay, first we have incense. Now this incense is too big. However, you can also get some incense cones. So okay, so you can get your incense cones. You can get some. This is Florida water in a little travel size bottle that I got from that place that sells that brand. Okay, a small book of matches. You don't not a big book of matches. Okay, hold on. Oh, I gotta get the other things because they are behind. They are behind. Okay. Okay, y'all. So how about and I got and so now this is my reminder because I'm gonna go do that today. How about the creator of my deck that I love to use? Okay, um, Grandma Baby Apothecary. Uh, is their act. Grandma Baby Apothecary. Okay, has created a 52 card deck, and they put that deck for the free ski. So I'm about to upgrade my deck. I love reading with this deck. This deck has it. I thank you, Spirit. Okay, for introducing me to Tia. I think it's Tia or Taya of I think I met them in the Witches Brew. Y'all get into these groups and meet people. Okay, but anyway, so look. You can stop by the store or you have a bottle of water that you can carry. This is if you needed a travel altar. But you see, I'm telling y'all, matchbook. You can get some incense cones. If you need something to burn your incense on cones and stuff on. Mm, I typically now this because my ancestor altar is out. I always have this. Okay. But you can if I wanted to, it's fire safe. So I can have this to burn my incense in. Okay. Then I got my candle, or I also have these emergency candle, Dollar Tree. Okay, and I got this from Hobby Lobby. Fuck them, but but not fuck them. I love Hobby Lobby, but you know how them Christian people be acting. But anyway, um, but Hobby Lobby, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like you do the most mundane things. You know what I'm saying? And most the cheapest ways to do this. Okay. So anyway, I have my divination cards in here. I have the incense cones in this. I have a book of matches. Look, we're gonna put something smaller. We're gonna just so that represents my book of matches. Matter of fact, let's put it inside this. I know what this is. This is about the size of a book of matches. See? So we got that in there, and like I said, make sure this top is on good. Drop that in there, okay? And then I'll be carrying this with me, but I got this from Dollar General. It was like $1 and some change. Okay, this is what I'll use to pour my libations in. Lay that down in there. Oh, wait. Let's move the book of matches. Oh, it ain't gonna fit in this one. Well, it fits in my other one. But you can carry this with you. Or you can X that all together and just have your bottle of water and get to a base of it. Take this with you to the park and you set it up. I would tell you to line this up with the names of your ancestors. If you can't put together a picture collage, you know how we used to do. Get you this looks to be about 8. I don't know the size of this, but this looks to be like one of those a little bit bigger sizes of a picture. You're gonna create a collage and then you can glue that right here. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, and this will be my portable ancestor altar. Okay, but everything fits in there, easy peasy, and that's it. That's all. So be on the lookout. I'll be building them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be putting I'll be making whole altar kits. You know. Yes. So get at me when you start seeing me post about them, because that's coming up in the when I say very near future. Very near future. Okay. So be on the lookout. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for tapping in. I'm about to get up off of these internets because in a little while I gotta get my son and I need to reset the room. I don't hold me to it, but I do plan to go live sometime this evening, because I think I'm going to put it that for right now my live days will be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Okay, because my weekends they're just all about my kids. Okay. Because I be trying to do Sunday soul sessions, and I'm gonna bring those back once I get a better Sunday uh schedule going. Once we, you know what I'm saying, once I get that going. But anyway, thank you guys for pulling up. Those who did catch the live and those who are catching the playback, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. The books are open. Get at me if you need me. Peace. I hate doing that.